honoring its history, promoting its present, and focusing on the future. That's what the people of Milton do, and it's resulted in a small town with a lot to offer.
Walk our downtown, view our parks, enjoy our award-winning restaurants.
That's the plan today as we explore this Sussex County town and some of the gems that make it shine.
They were like, we can't believe that this kind of a quality of a show, we just walk from our houses and we can experience this kind of quality, and it's right here in Milton.
A small town with a global impact.
You know, we're kind of growing and growing, but you still have those old sort of historic feels, those mom and pop shops.
From drink to other delectable delights.
That was what this place was about. It was a place to get away and a place to just kind of enjoy your moment and your day.
We'll also show you how the people of Milton thrive on community and commitment to those who stop by.
I don't feel like I have coworkers. I feel like it's family members, and I feel that way about our customers as well.
And we'll visit those shops that give Milton that hometown feeling.
We pictured a meat store here. You know, it just had that small, charming feel right away, and we figured it was meant to be.
Join us as we explore yet another treasure that's an integral part of the place we call home. DelmarvaLife Small Town Series, Milton. Here we go.
We are so excited. Another small town series. Today we are heading to Milton, Delaware.
Taking a road trip, stick with us because there's going to be some things that we share this hour that you may not even know.
The area we now know as Milton was first inhabited by the Lenni Lenape and Nanticoke Indians. It wasn't until 1675 that English planters began to settle into that area. In 1763, Milton was founded as head of the Broadkiln. That was the name of the town. The Broadkiln River stretches from Milton to the Delaware Bay, but its path is very convoluted, and that actually worked to the town's advantage when pirate and naval attacks plagued the bayfront towns in the early centuries.
Kind of hard to navigate all of that. The town prospered as an important point for the shipping of agricultural products during the 18th century. A thriving shipbuilding industry supported the growth of the community, with large numbers of vessels being produced by local shipyards.
Yeah, in 1807, the Delaware legislature changed the name of the settlement from head of the Broadkiln to Milton in honor of the famous English poet. And they, to this day, have a statue in Milton of Milton.
Of Milton?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
How cool
that.
is that? I didn't know that until I started doing a little research.
How about this? So in the 1920s, Milton became a center for the button industry. There were as many as 8 button factories in town. During the Great Depression, most folks couldn't afford new clothes. So what they would do is they would replace the broken or the missing buttons instead of just tossing out whatever it was they were trying to wear. In addition to the button factories in Milton, several individual families were cranking out buttons at their homes. The most famous of the bigger Milton operations were the Lippincott factory and the Excelsior Pearl Button Works. Other button factories on Delmarva used oyster shells to make buttons. However, in Milton, abalone shells were imported from the South Pacific. So by the late 1950s, pearl buttons had been replaced by the cheaper plastic buttons.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Now, by the early 20th century, Milton's town center was well developed with general merchandising shops, stores, taverns, and restaurants, and a movie theater. But on a very dry August morning in 1909, disaster struck the town. A fire started at what was called the Big Store on the corner of Federal and Front Streets. In the end, 18 buildings were destroyed in the downtown area. One of the Milton's largest employers throughout the 20th century was Draper King Coal Cannery. Tomatoes, peas, peaches, lima beans, and corn were sourced from local farmers, then processed at the cannery. The cannery was eventually sold to Hanover Foods Corporation in 1999, and after the cannery was shut down, it was eventually bought by Tom Draper. You may know that name from WBOC. He demolished most of the building. One building from the original cannery is now part of what is now Dogfish Head Brewery. The rest of the land was redeveloped into a housing development called Cannery Village.
How about that? Then oh wait, there's more. The cannery was just part of the industrial development of the late 19th century. Granaries were also well established in the south end of town. Here, the Queen Anne's Railroad, which was later called the Maryland and Delaware Coast Railway, crossed Federal and Chestnut Streets with rail services to points north through Ellendale, 6 miles to the west. At the time, passengers could take the train to Love Point in Maryland, then take a ferry to Baltimore. Passenger service ended in 1931, but the Milton-Ellendale segment of the Queen Anne's Railroad is still functional today.
Yeah. Okay, well, disaster would strike the town of Milton again, this time in 1962. That's when the Ash Wednesday storm left the town underwater. Look at that. The 3-day nor'easter pounded the coast in March and lingered for 5 consecutive high tides in the Delmarva area. After it was over, the best way to get around downtown Milton was by boat.
Goodness gracious, that's a lot of water.
It is.
A year after the Ash Wednesday storm, Prime Hook National Wildlife Refuge was established. 10,000 acres along the western shore of the Delaware Bay, containing a variety of habitats, supporting more than 300 species of birds, as well as fish, reptiles, and amphibians. The refuge is an important stopover site for migratory birds as they travel up and down the Atlantic Flyway.
And if you've never been there, you need to make a trip. It's absolutely beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Well, so that's a look at Milton's past. Now it's time to focus on the future.
Hope you have your sunglasses, because it is a bright one, and it's all thanks to the people who have a passion, a commitment, actually, to Milton. That's what inspires them to come up with great ideas that keep the town thriving. We're going to explore a few of them. Nestled in town, you'll find the historic Milton Theater for more than 100 years. It's served as a place where people of all ages can unwind and let the worries of the world whisk away. Lights, camera, action. You're going to see why this is one of the stars of today's show.
This is another one, and thanks to a solid foundation in Milton, Dogfish Head Brewery has been able to branch out globally. 102.5 WBOC's Corey Vivas stopped by to see the inner workings of this brewing behemoth.
And you know we're not going to visit Milton without checking out the chow, right? You know us so well. From food with Irish flair to what's described as an adorable bistro that offers coffee comfort food. Calories don't count, by the way. We are getting a taste of the culinary classics that you'll find in Milton.
You'll also find specialty shops like the Butcher Block on Union Street. You'll find what you want, hand cut to how you want it. It's one of those places where you walk in and boom, you feel like family. You'll see.
Now, the only thing that we would like to hook today is you. DelmarvaLife Small Town Series Milton. We'll be right back.